Can we just have a new class here, and then new Java class? Let's say just compute BMI, okay, and then the main method here, okay, and finish. You can also make a plan on your paper, on your editor directly. Let me show you by writing comments in Java. Because we know we're going to deal with input and outputs, especially inputs, so that means we need a scanner. Let's do the scanner line first. Scanner, control space, you will put an import statement here, right? That's what we learned. Input is assigned to new, and then scanner system.int. Let's put this line first, because we know we're going to use that. Okay, so now let's think about what's going to be the flow of the program. So we're going to, first of all, we're going to ask for the user's name, ask for name. After that, we're going to ask for their height, ask for height in inches. And then we're going to ask for weight in pounds. Okay. And the next step would be we want to do some conversion, because before we calculate the BMI, we want to make sure the inches are converted to meters and the pounds are converted to kilograms. Right? And then we're going to say conversions. So that'll be inches to meters, and also pounds to kilograms. Okay. And then the next step would be we want to decide to calculate the BMI. Okay. Calculate BMI. And then decide the range, right? To either be underweight or normal or obese or etc. Right? So these are kind of the steps we want to go. We can do step by step. Okay. Let's do step number 1. We're gonna ask for the user's name. So now let's say this. So we're gonna say system.out.println. So enter your name. And then we can do string, let's say just name of the user, is assigned to input.next line. Okay, that's step number 1. Now we got the user's name. Now we can reuse the name actually in the future messages. So now we can say system, so now ask for the heights, system.out.println. So name first, whatever the name is, and then we're gonna say followed by comma, enter your height in inches. And now, as you can see from the test case I gave to you, it's simply 68, 168. They seem to be just the integers. But in general, because when you talk about weights and heights, they might have some fractional part. So double would be a better choice. Okay. So here we can say double. Let's be a little bit careful here. So you can see we're gonna store 2 versions of the weights. It's gonna be in pounds. Also, we're gonna store 2 versions for the heights. One will be in inches, the other one in meters. So there will be 2 variables we need. So why don't we try to be a little bit careful with the naming? You can say weight in inches is assigned to input.next double. That's what we read. And if you want to do the conversion right away, that's absolutely fine. But let me say I want to do conversions a little bit later. Okay, that's about reading the height. Let's read the weights. System.out.println name plus comma, enter your weight in pounds. Okay, so make sure you put a colon here. Okay, so now you can say double your, beg your pardon, this should be weight in inches, right? Should be height in inches. That would make sense. Okay, so now this will be weight in pounds. It's assigned to input.next double. So now we got 2 measures already, but somehow that wouldn't be sufficient to calculate BMI until we actually do the conversions, right? So now how do we do conversions here? I give you the measure. So now let's be a little bit more, a little bit better in the style. Because the conversion rate between pounds to kilograms and also between meters to inches, they never change. So they should be a constant, right? So now let's do that, okay? First of all, how do you convert from 1 pound to the corresponding kilograms? You can say final double. Okay, final means it's a constant. Final double, you can say pound in kg, let's say kilograms. It's assigned to, so 0.45359237. Okay, so we can reuse this constant later when we do the conversion. Okay, so that's kind of similar to your quiz number 1, how to convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit, right? Make sure you do it the right way. So final double. Also, we have another measure here, inch in meters. Will be assigned to 0.0254. Okay, so now we can use these two measures here whenever we like to do conversions. So now let's try this. Now we want to convert the heights into meters. Let's declare another variable here. We can say height in meters. Okay, it would be by the way, if you say height here and control space, it's going to complete for you because that's already the variable you declare. Okay, the height in inches, which we assign from here, and then you can multiply the measure, so that will be inches in height. Inches, inch in meters. Okay, like that. So now we can now do another conversion here. You can say double weight in kilos, kg, is assigned to. So we gotta do weight in pounds, which we read over here. You can see that if you move your mouse over this variable here, it will be highlighted in all the instances or in all the places where you use this variable, right? That's why you will see in Eclipse. Okay. Now multiply by, so now you can say pounds in control space, pound in kg. Okay, that's about the conversion. Okay, so now we are ready to calculate the BMI. So let's go to the next step. Okay, so now let's do BMI. So you can say double BMI is assigned to, so now it's K divided by M squared. So we haven't talked about how to use the math library yet, but we'll talk about it later. But for now, K squared will just be K times K. Okay? So we can do weight in kg divided by some M squared. So now it will be the height in meters times the height in meters. Okay, notice that it is important to put the parentheses around here because that means you want to calculate K squared first before you do the division. Okay, that's important. Okay. So once you get a BMI, now we can decide the range. So we can now exactly translate this table here to if and else. Okay, let's try that. So you can do, okay, let me just give you more space here. Okay, let's do if, so let's say if BMI is less than 18.5. Okay, so now you can say, oh, first of all, so once we know the BMI, we can actually print it out already. So you can say system.out.println. Okay, now you can do name plus your BMI is plus BMI. Okay, we can print it out. So now let's say this. Depending on what the range is, we're going to decide, either it can be underweight, normal, overweight, or obese, right? So now, let's declare a string variable for this. So we're going to assign different options to that. Okay, that's something you can also try to do for your assignment too. So now we can say string. I'll just say S for now. You can put a comment here. It's going to be either underweight, or it can be normal, or it can be overweight, or it can be obese. Okay, so we've got 4 possibilities. We're going to assign them in the if then else statements. Okay, let's try that. So now if BMI is less than that, we'll assign S to underweight. Underweight. Okay, it's a string. Else if. So now we have to specify the range to say it's in between these 2 numbers, right? So we can split it into 2 parts. So now this is what we can say. We can say that, first of all, 18.5 less than or equal to BMI, and as I explained, you should not use or. Okay, and BMI less than or equal to 25.0. In this case, that'll be the case for normal. Else if the next row is in between 25.0 less than or equal to BMI and BMI less than or equal to 30. In that case, it will be overweight. Okay. Lastly, if otherwise it's gonna be just obese, right? So we can say else. Okay. Now we can say S is assigned to obese. Okay, that's kind of nicely translated from the table. Yeah. I think, yeah, I think you're right. So this part should be just equal, just smaller than. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Once we have done this, not done yet, almost. So now we're gonna print out the message here. So now we're gonna say that whatever the name is, we're gonna say system.out.println. You can say UR plus S. So you don't really have to repeat that UR part 4 times. You don't have to. So somehow we just factor that out into the string, right? And the string can be either of the 4 possibilities. Okay, any questions about this? Okay, as usual, I'm going to make the source code available. You can feel free to use the source code in your assignments too. That's fine. Just learn the structure and then try to use that. Okay, so I have one more exercise for you since we got another about 25 minutes until 6:20, right? So let me just stop the recording here.